into some stuff. HaWah. Let me go read some Isaiah 53. We're going to talk a little bit cool with cool, man. This music's a little crazy. It's like some rock and roll. So I just want to kind of give you some visuals of what this researchers calls what 1952 tests, thermonuclear tests. All these connect with Operation Fishbowl. They're not just all called Fishbowl. You know, there's one called Teapot that they're going to show. There's all kind of ones that they were testing out the firmament, the dome. And just imagine all this destruction on the earth. All this destruction, man. This is some close-ups. (1952), my knock. We gotta hit him with a hot stop, man. Just imagine all this destruction. So just wanted to give you some visuals. 1955, Operation Teapot. Oh, they trying to get out the teapot and they trying to get out the fishbowl. That's crazy. This is mass destruction. You can't even shoot I can't even say the word GUN on YouTube, You can't even pop off in the air. They could pop off nukes. Tesla test, 1955. These people could just shoot in the sky. And if you really thought you was on a spinning ball in outer space, where do you think that nuke would go? You think it would just go up and then fall back down and hit somebody, hit a whole city? Like, what were you thinking? Unless you knew you were going to hit something. Unless you knew you was going to hit something, boss. Look at this, man. Look at all this popping on. Pow, 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 pow. Because they know they're trying to hit something. They don't expect that nuke to come back down from the nothingness of space on top of their head bone. Come on, man. They trying to hit stuff, man. Straight up. All right. Hey, this is still going on. This is 2023. Shooting nukes in the sky, man. Now look, it's going pretty straight up. Normally their rockets, they start curving at this point because they know they're going to hit something. They don't want the crash. Now they want to crash, so they're going to go as straight up as possible. All of a sudden, they're going straight up. That's crazy, right? They never go straight up. They never do this on a regular space launch, man. Just look at space launches, especially through airplane cameras, people filming out of airplanes. Just look how much they curve and go straight like regular plane. Boy. They going high. Look, they going in the water. They going in the water. Look at this. They splashing in the water. Come on, boss. They surfing now. They are surfing. They are surfing in water, man. Now they starting to curve. They clearly aren't going straight up anymore. They're kind of curving now. That joint's in water now. That water. Get ready for it. How come they can't show us some camera of what this thing is saying? Like, we should be able to get a live feed from this joint, man. I want to see that water. But We gonna see that water. We gonna see that water. We did it. We hit the water. That water. Now these idiots, they just screaming. We did it. You did what? You hit the water? Look how long they had to go up to really get that, some of that water up top. How far does that water go? What else are they hitting then? I'll wait. What else is this? You let me know. You spinning on a ball at 1,000 miles per hour. And your perspective ain't changed yet. You just got the same visual the whole time, just looking up as this rocket hit the water. And you're on a spinning ball, but you could still just see straight the whole time and watching this rocket without spinning. Okay. You're not, you think you spin it. They think they spin it. What the hell did you just hit? Explain it. What in outer space is this? What in the higher ionosphere is this? If that was the case, we'll see this all the time when they blast off Katy Perry into outer space. We would have saw the same thing. Oh, they're just exiting the atmosphere. No, you hit something. That's why you say we did it. And I say you hit that water. Splish splash. Oh. See, they caused a phenomenon similar to a water leak, as if they hit the sea above. So it's not just me. As above, so below, and the sea above comes in. Yes, like the great flood. The plasma water of the great flood came from the great deep and from the windows of heaven. Interesting, right? Splash.
Research flash.
All right. Let's talk this prime bluegill. Look up bluegill. Look up triple prime. Look up Operation Fishbowl. This took off 1962, October 26th. Johnston Island area, high altitude, tens of millions of miles. Again, you just saw that water, right? So what did they hit in 1962? $1.4 megatons. My not. Starfish Prime. Starfish. Just got it. Starfish. What does a fish swim in? That water. Right your face. Dominic on Fishbowl. Look at this. Panaga, this is a splash of water. This is a splash of water.
So I tell more.
Nuclear testing from 1945 to 1998, a cover story, because they were building a Stargate in the Pacific Ocean.
Stargate.
Back in the early 1970s, I began writing my story, which pertained to a secret organization that controlled everything with apparently no regard for humans. Knew about the Bush connection to Tesla. Operation Paperclip makes for a good study for those interested in the CIA connection to Tesla and aliens. This story is part of the Manhattan Project and Stargate technology that Tesla helped develop and controlled by MJ-12 and the NSA. Twin Towers and the events of 9/11 are indeed connected to this story and portals. They were using nuclear explosions to rip a hole in the fabric of the space-time continuum, because they couldn't find a way to get through the dome, and decided to find another way beyond this Beast 666 holographic matrix model, in which everyone hated. Escape this prison planet. The Illuminati code books were closely guarded by high-degree Freemasons. Earth is not some round blue ball spinning in outer space as told by NASA. 70% of the Earth's land mass is covered by water, and folks don't know about the working relationship between aliens and the US military. That the Navy does have cities under the oceans. Tesla talked about universal plasma. Plasma is water, and this planet might be an underwater ship. Wouldn't that be wild?
Dang. Swimming in that water. He said, boss, you know you underwater right now. That's why they blasting up. You in like a pocket of air, but you're in that water. That's crazy. It's crazy. All right. I'll leave the link. I got to keep going, man. We got stuff to do. Every drop I drop, I feel like it's going to turn into a 100-part series. And I just be trying to just drop some drop. I just be dropping some drop. A the Drop Nation, man. Love to AFNN.US, man. This is kind of a satire on it, but it's called Nuclear Nonsense Operation Fishbowl and High Scientist Johnston et al. It turns out sometimes the brightest minds come up with the dimmest ideas. Enter Operation Fishbowl, the 1962 brainchild of scientists who decided that detonating nuclear bombs in the upper atmosphere was a splendid way to spend the summer. Picture this: a bunch of white coats in a room sipping coffee, and someone says, "Hey, what if we explode nukes in the sky to see what happens?" And astonishingly, everyone nods in agreement. The brilliance of Starfish Prime on July 9th, 1962, the great minds behind Operation Fishbowl launched the Starfish Prime test. A 1.4 megatron warhead exploded at 400 kilometers altitude. The result, a spectacular light show, because they splashed in that water and you put, the fluorescence and the light, what I mean? This is all physics, what I'm saying? How something can illuminate in the water. Anyway, it's a spectacular show that disrupted electrons or electronics in Hawaii, 900 miles away. And imagine all the debris, and imagine like all the hijack from all this blasting that happened all throughout the islands. Street lights went out, phones stopped working, burglar alarms went haywire. It's almost as if these scientists thought, what if we could cause chaos over an entire state? Wouldn't that be fun? So, not content with just annoying Hawaiians, our intrepid scientists managed to damage or destroy several satellites orbiting the Earth. Well, that's hijack. They're in high altitude. They ain't orbiting the Earth. Telstar, Ariel 1, and a few others learned the hard way that being in the vicinity of a nuclear explosion is bad for your health, it's as if someone looked at space and thought, this vast expanse needs more radioactive particles. Artificial auroras, the unnecessary light show. The detonations also created artificial auroras, filling the night sky with eerie glows. Scientists were probably patting themselves on the back for creating these beautiful lights, oblivious to the fact that they had also created massive electromagnetic pulses that fried electronics on the ground. Imagine turning on your TV to watch The Twilight Zone, only to find out you're living in it, man. So, look, man. Just conclusion, man. You got the job. So the next time a scientist tells you they have a brilliant idea, remember Operation Fishbowl. Sometimes the folks in lab coats can be just as clueless as the rest of it. No, they weren't clueless. I mean, it's a satire, but we know this is all done on purpose. This is all done with a point. I mean, connect this to the spraying in the sky today, with all that. Like, what? where they just, a lot of times they like to do multiple things at once, right? They say kill two birds with one stone. Where they just testing, to see if they can get through the water or through the dome, or where they also bringing a payload of some hijackness, what I'm saying? The same way they do when they spray the skies today. What were they dropping off or exploding inside the atmosphere or inside that water? Like, what were they doing for real, for real? You know what I mean? Was it all just, oh, let's see if we can hit something? Or was it something else? You know what I'm saying? That's a good question, man. It's funny, man, when I went on Yandex, search Operation Fishbowl, I almost took a screenshot. My whole screen said, your IP has been linked to too many searches on Yandex, so therefore we are disabling Yandex. Man, Most High be my witness. And then suddenly it switched and it started working. Like someone